ما أريد من هذا الشعب إلا أن يزيد في الحمد والشكر إلى الله عز وجل، ويزيد من محبة الوطن، ويزيد من العمل ومضاعفة العمل لما يسعى فيه من خير له وللدولة والأهل. هذا اللي أنا أدوره من الشعب، وربنا إن شاء الله يوفقنا جميعا على ما يحب ويرضى.
Well, I guess God bless this country. You made the country that everybody on the earth will be dreaming to live here. That's number one. It's a fact. It's not about complimentary. Second thing is I say just wish you all the best, and we will be proud to be part of this economy. Thank you.
Welcome our dear audience in your favorite program, Parallels of Union, which has highlighted the most successful and powerful people in the United Arab Emirates. Today it's our honor to host Mr. Maher Nasri, the founders of Dixie Business Consulting. How are you, Mr. Maher?
Thank you for having me. I'm very well. Thank you.
Thank you. It's our pleasure to have you today. So in the beginning of our programs, we would like to ask you to introduce yourself to our audience and give them a brief about your knowledge as well as your experience.
My name is Maher Nasri. I'm a founder of Dixie Business Consulting. We are offering, let's say, financial leadership in short, helping SMEs empower their own businesses, try to be tracking their own business performance, enable them to achieve their own strategic goal.
So, as you know, successful, it's never been easy. There is a lot of struggling, especially in the beginning time. So, what was the measures, we can say, difficult or challenge you've been faced, and how you get over it?
Most of the challenges is when we are dealing with SMEs is we call it is try to understand what the root cause analysis.
Yes.
Because when you're sitting with the SMEs, he will never tell you what's the problem straightforward. So he will tell you, I'm having some issues, we're doing great. He's always proud about his own passion, which is, I like it and I respect it. But the point is, I'm coming as a consultant, like as if you are going to the doctor. So basically, yes. I will not tell the doctor, you need to guess what I'm having.
Exactly, that's right.
So that is and this is what we call it the major challenge, is try to address straightforward what the core issues in order to starting, navigate his own problem, root cause analysis, and moving forward. Luckily, we adopt some strategy. We hearing from the client his own, let's say, issues, comments, yes. And then we start digging information about his own financials related to what he said, and when we say we are moving towards what we say. If you go to the doctor, he will say, okay, let's do a blood test, an X-ray, and yes. Then we can
to
come
know
back.
From what
so
you are
for us, yes. It's the same. We are digging his own, analyzing his own financial reports, yes. Analyzing his own operation, understand his own strategy, and try to align what he's saying, his goals, and what is being doing on. This is the only way is now we are moving to do SWOT analysis, identify the weakness and the cause root analysis to identify the problem.
Great. Just to clarify the SME to our audience, because not all of them they are financials. Well, this is the small and medium.
I have we call it different terminologies.
Yes.
I think altogether. Worldwide, they define SMEs based on the size of the business,
Yes.
number of people
Yes.
working. For me, Dixie Business Consulting, we adopt different things based on practicality. You can find a business with $100 million, but they are falling in SMEs. Why? They are not having any corporate structure.
Great.
What do you
Yes.
mean by corporate structures? Means they have internal audit, risk department, and they do performance management, and they establish a KPI. They have a strategic planning, and they are monitoring their own business performance. Those are, if they are not following those, they are automatically fall in SMEs.
Exactly. So as we speak before about the challenge, we needed also to know in this tough time, especially in the beginning part, who was the biggest supporter to Mr. Maher?
Well, put it this way: is I'm coming from a long career.
Yes.
Early past in my career, I have a privilege to work in high complex financial models in different industries and different markets as well.
Yes.
So I work in healthcare, FMCG. I established 2 hospitals in UAE from scratch. I work in real estate development, constructions. Then I moved to USA, work in logistics in general, oil logistics, Amazon logistics, interstate logistics. And in between, I had a lot of entrepreneurs. We built a lot of projects with them. So that's kind of enrich my, let's say, background. And I'm lucky to say, I've been, exposed and working with different sectors, different operations, different mindset, different nationalities, and different market as well. That can enrich my experience about how to navigate as a complex model, how to analyze it in order to trigger where is the strong signal, how we can push it, where is we call it the bottlenecks, in order to say we need to push the business in the right track.
Yes.
So that is what I considered is I've been enriching my my career. I was lucky. In order now, I'm packaging everything based on experience and knowledge, in order to empower the SMEs in UAE.
Great. So the biggest supporter to you, we can say it's yourself exactly, isn't it?
Well, it's by experience.
Yes.
A part of what you did is learning by experience. This is, I consider it one of the strength methods. Other than this is, I build my knowledge. I'm certified from different certificate, professional certificate, differently. When I learn something, I'm try to be one of the people. I'm try to navigate different cases. How can I sort it out based on the new knowledge?
Yes.
Thank God, when I worked with corporate level before, of course, I was like anxious and asking my superiors different questions and different things about try to navigate. I've been also in situations I had to take a decision. I've never been in this situation before. So
Yes.
those are like, considered as, enrich my experience and knowledge,
Exactly.
both together.
That's right. So if I will take you on a journey back to know the foundations about the Dixie Consulting, how it was and what was the visions behind its establishment, and also how these visions it's been development to nowadays.
Dixie Business Consulting as a company is with me almost 10 years. I
Yes.
established it when I was in US in St. George, Utah. The reason why I built it up, and I'm having a vision, because I've seen a lot of patterns over 15 years with SMEs. Those patterns is, number one is SMEs, they don't have a financial strategy.
Yes.
And they act, let's say, as an action reaction in the business, most likely.
Yes.
Second thing is SMEs cannot navigate their own financial record, basically. They cannot understand their own. Most of them, they say, I'm having auditors sometimes. This is a good case, but I don't know. I care about 2 numbers, cash flow and profit, but how to navigate working capital, what the capital structure it will be, and how to, moving forward, what's the EBITDA,
Yes.
and try to be analyzing the financial analysis in order to say and link it to the operation. That is missing. Third thing is, we are at Dixie Business Consulting is based on my long history career. We try always to align accounting, finance, and operation in terms of reporting, performance, KPIs, and try to analyze the efficiencies. So those, and of of course, try to reduce the redundancy. Those are we call it the key metrics we are operating and operated on every business.
Yes.
So those are what I'm talking about. Is a little bit I consider it is missing from SMEs. Now we are speaking, as we speak, lastly, is SMEs worldwide, they cannot afford to have a full-time CFO. I'm talking, because of inflations, real CFO, the capacity, they cannot afford it. I'm still having clients from USA, from Europe, as well as UAE. So we are having methodologies at Dixie Business Consulting. We are tailoring a custom solution that can meeting the business needs straightforward. We don't want to, try to be exaggerate or making money. Rather say, okay, we will tailor a solution and we charge the client based on the scope of work. That can be an effective method in order to support the business. He got all the support as if he's having full-time CFO, but at the same time it's a cost-effective, and he, the SMEs or business owner, we call it, he's relaxing that he has somebody's backing him up.
So, Mr. Maher, Dixie Business Solutions, it's over a wide range of financial sectors. Could you please make an overview to our audience to know more what is the service you provided?
Dixie Business Consulting offering fractional CFO services, which is contain restructuring, accounting, finance, and operation. We do financial analysis. We do working capital management, policy procedures, and we do track business performance from month to month. Those are, we call it as the key roles of the fractional CFO services. Of course, we are differentiate ourselves from the market because in UAE especially, fractional CFO as a terminology is being used for different purposes.
Yes.
Anybody is doing taxations, bookkeeping, and VAT, he can call himself as a CFO. This is, we call it falling into compliance, rather to be in as a fractional CFO services. And that is what we are focusing on, is like to say a money generating and track the performance of the business. That's one part. We do also building feasibility study, business plan. We do financial planning analysis, and we are utilizing methodology, we call it financial modeling, which is not that familiar in UAE. Financial modeling is a vital tool in order, I call it as a crystal ball, to build a dynamic budget for any investment, for valuation, for fundraising. We've done a lot of fundraising feasibility study in order to track what can be the impact of the business if you change any key element of the business that can affect it. For example, let's say I'm financial modeling for manufacturing, for example. If I'm having a manufacturing and we are already know day to day about the power, energy is being pricing is upside down, shipping, insurance, importing raw material is the prices. I don't think it will be stable. In addition to exchange rate being some economics is unstable worldwide. So that is, if I'm in manufacturing, so what's the cost of my raw material? If it varies from month to month or from shipment to shipment, I need to analyze what that can be impact my product cost, and that will lead me do I need to look after review my price strategy?
Yes.
I need to know all this in real time before I push the button. This is what we call the power of having financial planning analysis or business model, in order to navigate the impact before when it's happening, before taking decision or before it's too late.
Okay.
So that's what we are doing. We do financial modeling for fundraising. We do valuation, and we do investment assessment and investment appraisal.
Great. So, Mr. Maher, Dixie Business Consulting is based in UAE since 10 years back, but you established your own work more than 20 years back, and you have many other branches in USA, in Syria, and much more. So, could you please highlight your business exactly to our audience, and also give us the collaborations between these different sectors?
Dixie Business Consulting is being established in July 2015 in USA.
Yes.
This is where the point I started jumping from, let's say, an employee to be a business consultant. I'm a partner in another company in Syria, in Damascus. We call it Iceberg Business Solution.
Yes.
We develop different products. One of our major products, which is a unique product, is GRC system, which is governance, risk, and compliance. That is, considering tackling, we call it operational risk management, especially for banking sector, governed by Basel regulation, the Swiss committee. So this is we call it because and our client in Syria is like central bank, government bank, which is over 130 branches, 2 conventional banks like Biblos, and 1 Sham Islamic bank. So we are trying to thrive to offer even in the market about the methodologies, about the best practicing of operational risk management, and offering the system which is supported by international standard. That's one part. I'm trying now utilize it also. We do technology-wise, we are building different products that supporting the businesses, like archiving system, HR, comprehensive HR, that you can deploy all your HR policy automated fully, and different product like ERP system. Dixie Business Consulting utilizing different, having different partners about utilizing different softwares based on AI, especially for financial planning analysis. Yet starting surfacing, you can see now a lot of products in AI available for financial, in general, financial sector.
Great. So you're adopting a lot of technology.
Yes, it depends about, we utilize the technology not just because we are not following the trends.
Yes.
This is one of the key I would like to emphasize on it.
Yes.
I'm not interested to impose any technology to any client unless it is necessary.
Great.
Means that it's a cost benefit, means
yes, I get you.
because end of the day nowadays is a technology sometimes is a big investment, and if there's no benefit of it, I wouldn't recommend it. So the idea is like even with AI, unless it will be that suit the operation and having big impact on reducing the cost, increasing the benefit, the control, having a real-time report. Of course, there is also some traditional AI businesses, softwares like Power BI, Business Intelligence, Excel. Those are handy and free.
Yes.
So we are trying to. The point is, I'm focusing on the client need at the cost-effective method, and the major goal is to scale, empower the business, and scale it up.
So you're adopting the technology which is necessary to the client. Actually.
Yes. Recently, now we are launching a company, sister company in Chicago, USA. It's called dbccfo.com, and with a partner there, hopefully we'll be starting acting in the Q4.
Great. I wish you all the best, Mr. Maher.
Thank you.
And as I see, you've been dealing with a different market, different cultures from US, from UAE, so with Middle East and also with globally. So how you maintain the best quality of the service and also the best customer satisfaction with these different methods of a clients you deal with?
Of course, we are having different products. We are dealing with different clients. But the point is, we are not focusing on first of all, on methodology. We need to understand the client's needs, what his challenge, what his market and economic environment. Those are number 3, and then we can move to analyze his financial health, optimizing the operations, working capital, and try to keep how the business can be resilient and how to scale the business up. So we have some kind of methodologies. We're moving step by step in order to say, first of all, address the client concern, and then we can moving forward to improvement.
Great. So if I would like to ask you about the financial sustainability, how you maintain the financial sustainability to each customers you are dealing with?
That's a good question. I like it. So financial sustainability, you need to be considered few factors.
Yes.
We are not living in a static business anymore. From US to Japan to UAE, the whole business, we call it, is a dynamic, affecting by macroeconomic and microeconomic. Means like, we have a compliance rules is being changing rapidly, and we are having also economic, inflations and employment and the cost of living and so on. That can put pressure on the business as well, especially SMEs.
Yes.
So the point is like building sustainable business is a big challenge. However, back to the first questions, what the missing is building strategic finance, keeping balance about the short term, where we call it measuring the performance on a short term, and long term scale strategy. This is what we are focusing on in order to implement different tools to sustain the business, starting from analyzing the financial health, optimizing the working capital, see what the strategy, what the opportunity, how to scale the business up in sales. Always I'm advising the clients about building diversified market. Don't rely on one market, because once you diversify the market, you are try to be immune to be affected by one market condition. And lastly is try to keep the business resilience in order to track the progress of any changes in the market and be ready to adopt those changes, either positive or negative, in order to be sustain the business. This is a key issue. It's a game about tracking errors, you can say. I will give you an example. A project, let's say healthcare, medical center. I want to track my performance of my department, but the department relying on the money generator of a doctor. So you can say I need to track the performance of the doctor. He's the only money generator as a business for the healthcare. But under this, I'm building a plan for the whole year, considering, for example, in UAE there is seasonality. So summer we call it is a low business. Vacations, people traveling a lot, and summer season, winter season, let's say January, it will be starting picking up. So when I'm having a business, I need to analyze as a healthcare, building a strategy, analyzing the cost structure, and try to consider the seasonality. I can come up with a plan that can be workable and satisfying with reasonable result. We don't also try to be giving any highly optimistic result. We try to be conservative, reasonable to the client, because under the day we are, as I told you, we need to keep the business in resilience stage. It can be react to any factor. Now, if it happen any drop, we can be easy based on the financial model change the drop. What can be affecting the medical center, for example, the tariff of the insurance rate, positively or negatively based on the rating the insurance of this medical centers. So if I change those things, I can see the impact of the revenue stream. I can see the impact of my cash flow, which is the life thing, and then I can see what's my impact. How can I acting? If I'm able to see the problem, analyze it, and see what the size of it, I'm able to take a decision in the right time. Better than to be waiting 2-3 months and say, okay, this has started 3 months ago and we are still living under severe pain because we didn't take any action. So building sustainable business is reacting to the market at the real time. How you can do it? By assessing the impact. How can I do it? By building a dynamic budget, a financial model, and that can be tracking any changes, and it is a tracking progress performance against what the strategic plan is.
Actually, it's a great work for you, Mr. Maher.
Thank you.
So if you were going to speak about the challenges, business challenges, so what was the major challenge you faced, especially you are shifted from US to UAE, different country, different markets, so what is the major challenge you faced?
UAE has a lot of, I consider, unique challenges, different than USA.
Yes.
One of the things is being the market here under big pressure of marketing, either from outside or inside. So, and it's being driven by, I consider it a cheap service. the last 5 years, I think there's more than 5,000, 7,000 businesses being established.
Yes.
In Dubai, but it's been, this was a good buy. I consider this as good for the economy. Similarly, the business owners I consider they didn't analyze the services charges. So they've been driven by cheap services, which lead them, some of them, I call it living in a honeymoon until they wake up and say,
yes.
Okay, now I have challenges. I need to address my challenges. I need somebody to look at my business. I'm having bookkeeping company, or I'm hiring somebody with cheap rate. Didn't check the quality of the service. I don't have capability to assess their own work. And now it's coming to the point, I need to take in decisions. I need somebody to start in navigating the challenges in order to put a strategy.
Yes.
I need somebody to help me in my business. But eventually there's no, what do we call it? Accounting language is a language of the business. If it's not straight on forward, means like you cannot take decisions based on garbage books.
Exactly, yes.
So unfortunately, I have to address it this way. So eventually, what is coming, will be painful. People either to give it up, leave the business.
Yes.
So they are distressed that much. Second option, they are taking a long journey, painful, to restructure the whole business, and it takes them a while, and they swallow it up in order, because they have a big opportunity. But this is where the way they turning around, they understand what's the cheap service looks like. Unfortunately, I have to address it this way, because I have some clients coming to me is just because they say, you are a good financial, we heard about you,
yes.
but I'm acting as a firefighter.
Yes.
So it would be
right.
nice to be associated with a good startup business that can lay down the foundation or good strategy, as we speak before, and put everything in place, rather to avoid this kind of scenario, which is very stressful.
I get your point, actually. So, Mr. Maher, as you know, success is always been defined by a key milestone. So what is the achievement you are most proud in Dixie?
Well, I'm always proud about my client's achievement. So I'm always saying, you're successful is my mission, if you allow me. But the challenges is, again, I'm talking about SMEs, it changes pain. So
yes.
Always the mindset is there. But the successful, for example, to give you an idea, is like, back in UAE, like I managed to move the business, or in US, we moved the business, oil logistic business, from $600,000 a month to $2 million.
Yes.
But that was in 10 months.
In 10 months. Yes.
So the point is, I'm trying to analyze it. When you are giving a plan to the SMEs and say, let's move forward step by step, sometimes the SMEs or the business owner is not patient enough. Things is not like coming over one night. It took me 10 months, because the economic was very good in oil logistic business in US. We managed to turn the business from 600,000 to 2 million. But it doesn't mean that this is always the case for every case.
Of course, different.
It depends about a lot of factors.
Yeah.
Economic, change management, how resilient is the owner, and
the market also.
those are like factors is always to say factors of success. In my past career, I was associated with the construction business. We used to do around 250% growth year to year, but that's not coming from empty, just a word. I used to be 15 hours at the office on a daily basis.
Most of your day.
So, and construction used to, still I consider this is one of the, I consider, cruel and challenging industry.
So, Mr. Maher, from USA to UAE, as you know, UAE, it's been defined as a global business hub, and nowadays it's one of the most important country in investment and business sectors in the Middle East. So how this country with its rules and regulations help you to improve your business?
One thing I'm proud to be, as a considered positive point for my client in US, that I am in UAE.
Yes.
God bless this country. Is like the regulation, the transparency, the technology, and the environment, the infrastructure is amazing. I'm getting from time to time inquiries, interested people, businessmen. I'm working with them. I worked with them in the past. They need to establish a branch here. They need to explore opportunities, which I'm having currently. One client is interested now. We are in the process about building a hub here for him from US.
Great.
That is like it's coming from time to time, I guess.
So as we speak about the future now, Mr. Maher, what is your future's inspirations and the next goals you hope to achieve in the next 5 to 10 years from now?
Well, I would love to work more with UAE SMEs, because at the moment now I'm still associated with US and Europe. I would love to be part of the successful of SMEs entrepreneurship across all the sectors. And I would like to take any challenges. That is one thing I'm dreaming of. Second thing is, I'm always open to door to building alliances, which is I am actually. It's like Dixie as a consulting firm I consider it is part of the successful have a good network.
Great. So thinking for the challenge, it's a very important thing. So I wish you all the best. And Mr. Maher, as a very great and unique businessman, you achieve a success in many fields. So how you define the success from your viewpoints?
Success is about you defining a target, working hard to it, and achieve it. That is a simple word. However, sometimes as you say, there is a diagram about somebody putting a slope.
Yes.
This is my target. Life is not what you plan, you get. So this is the challenges is how to manage your own obstacles and moving forward. This is what we call it the success.
Yes, very simple, but it's very valuable as well. Thank you too much, Mr. Maher. And last but never least, we would like to ask you to deliver an advice for the new generations who are freshly graduated and they are interested in the financial sector. So please put them in the right way.
So basically, I guess number one is you need to finish your master in finance to get the full technical analysis. Second thing is focus on statistical methods, which is embedded in AI, like Python and machine learning. That's a second thing, because moving forward, we are now, as a Dixie Business Consulting, always rely on data-driven decision. So, but now with the AI, there's a lot of technology need to be observed. Young generations have time for that. For me, I'm fueled. If I could go back 20 years back, just to grab another, I will lock myself for 5 years to grab all this knowledge. I've seen it today. AI is very important, but for finance, I say, let's say, analyze it again. Master finance, and then grab your own skills in AI, Python, machine learning, if you are interested to be a good financial planning analysis. And professional certificate is very important, based on a specialty. Finance is not becoming one position, one post. It's like a medicine. There is a different specialty in medicine. We have ophthalmologist, dentist, we have urology. So basically, you need to become a specialist and move with it and strengthen your own career.
And we concluded our episode for today by a word from heart to heart to all the Highness and the UAE government to thank them for their effort to keep our lives safe and successful. What would you like to tell them?
Well, I guess God bless this country. You made the country that everybody on the earth will be dreaming to live here. That's number one. It's a fact. It's not about complimentary. Second thing is, I say just wish you all the best, and we will be proud to be part of this economy. Thank you.
Thank you too much, Mr. Maher Nasri, for this great interview and for the opportunity to meeting you on live. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Thank you, our dear audience, for keep watching. Please wait for us in the next episode by next week. From Palace of Union, this is Hurriyah Al-Genzi. Goodbye. Goodbye.